Alright, real quick review here. I've been wanting to upload a video to YouTube for a while now, and I'm just getting around to it, so figured I'd do it on a gun, and my concealed carry gun, my favorite concealed carry gun. I have a bunch, but this is the one I always keep coming back to. Okay, it's a Smith & Wesson. It's a J-frame. It's a model M&P 360. I'm not 100% sure of the specifications on it here anymore. I mean, there's a reason why the 360, it has a steel cylinder, I know that much, and the rest of the gun is pretty much made out of some sort of light aluminum or titanium or something like that. I'm sure someone will probably be able to, fill me in the comments when they leave them, but basically, I was looking all over YouTube for a review on these, and I couldn't really find any. So, I figured I'd make my own. Couple quick reasons why I like this gun. Now, my preferred method of carry is in my front pocket. I don't put it in a holster, I just put it right in my front pocket. I don't have anything else in that pocket. It's just solely, the pocket is just solely for the gun. I've been not carrying this for, 4 or 5 years probably. Haven't had any issues. The trigger pull on it is unloaded. I'm holding my phone here while I'm making a video, so if it's shaking around a lot, that's why. And it was kind of hard to open that up. But anyways, so it's unloaded. So the trigger pull, single action mode, you can see how far it goes back there. In single action mode, the trigger goes way back, and there's hardly nothing to get it to go off. Okay, but obviously you don't carry it around in your pocket in single action mode. In double action mode, it takes a little bit to pull the trigger. Now I don't know for sure what it is. I mean, you could look it up and figure it out on the website. I'm sure they have it listed there, but I would have to guess 10 plus pounds. In my opinion, I'm sure someone's gonna disagree, but in my opinion, in my pocket, it's got the trigger guard, nothing else is in my pocket. It ain't going off in my pocket unless I pull the trigger. It's just not gonna happen. So I like to carry it around like that, and I have multiple other guns, multiple types of holsters. If anybody out there, you start out in concealed carry and you get the biggest, coolest gun you can find, and after 2 days you realize, this sucks. I can't carry this thing. I mean, it digs into my back. It can't sit right. It pulls on your belt, and your pants are coming down, and this and that. So I've gone through my fair share of guns and holsters, and I landed on this one time, and this is what I carry now most of the time. I mean, I dare say probably 95% of the time, if I carry, I'm carrying this here. Pros and cons real quick. I don't have like a list of what I want to hit on here, so I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants. Pros, quick ones that I can think of. Obviously, it's small. It's small. It fits in my front pocket. I'm not a huge guy, about 5'9", 160 pounds. It fits right in my front pocket, and unless you know what you're looking for, you can't see it. Okay, I forget it's there half the time. It's light. Like I said, this titanium, aluminum, whatever it is, and the only thing that's steel is the cylinder here, and of course there's a barrel insert there. It makes it light. It's down to, I think unloaded, it's like 12, 13 ounces, something like that. The chambering in it, usually, typically speaking, the smaller gun you go, the smaller caliber you gotta go. That's just how it works. Now, I know there's a couple exceptions out there, but like a 4570 Derringer, stuff like that. I mean, but typically the smaller you go, the smaller caliber you gotta go too. This here is, I dare say, is like one of the exceptions. It's fairly small, but it's chambered in a 357 Magnum. Now, you can shoot .38 Special out of it too. I like being able to say that it's just like it's just a comfort factor for me, really, you know, to say that I have 350. I'm carrying around a 357 Magnum. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel pretty well protected. I'm not particularly sensitive to recoil. I mean, but even having said that, this thing, you can't shoot more than a box at the range in you know, full loads of 357. It stings your hands. It's a bear at, you know, at 12, 13 ounces, whatever it weighs. Shooting full house 357s, you can tell. I mean, you know you're shooting 357s. Now, in a life or death situation, I'm not too terribly worried about what's going to happen. I've trained with it plenty. I can put my shots on target in a timely manner, and I feel comfortable with it. So anyways, I'm sorry, I was going to wrap it up already. So the pros: light, small, nice size caliber. Cons: I mean, obviously, it's a J-frame, and as with all J-frames, I don't know if you can see in there, you got five shots. That's what you got. So, at first, when I first started carrying, I thought, 5 shots, you know, 5 shots, well, that's just not enough. The more research I did, the more I thought about it. You know, when you get realistic here, if I need any more than 5 shots on it, you know, the majority of people walking around out there, you know, they don't even have guns on them to begin with. So the fact that I got a gun on me, it makes me feel more protected than the majority of people. Okay. The fact that I have only 5 rounds, it's not the end of the world. I mean, 5 rounds, 5's better than none. And, you know, chances are if I get myself into a situation where I need more than 5 rounds, I probably could have done something to avoid getting in that situation in the first place. So, that's a con. You could look at it as a con. For me, it's not that big of a deal. But, yeah, you only have 5 rounds. If you want to have, you know, you want to carry extra rounds, get a speed strip or something. You can always have more rounds on you. So the 5 shots is a drawback. Besides that, I don't know if I can really think of any. The recoil, I guess you could say that's another con. The recoil. Like I said, if you're, you know, especially if you haven't shot much before and you just walk out and pick up a 360 and, you know, decide you want to shoot 158 wad cutters through it or something, 158 grain wad cutters, full house, full power, it's probably not a good idea. You're probably not going to want to shoot again. But if you've shot enough and you're not really sensitive to recoil, I say you know, you could deal with it. It's not that big of a deal. So, anyways, I don't know how long I can actually record here, so I'm going to wrap it up. It's a crappy video, but it's mine. It's a real little short one here on the Smith & Wesson M&P 360. So, leave some comments. Let me know what I could do to make my next video better.